Good day. This is Raynon J. Pablo, reporter number 28. This report focuses on five plumbing topics and divided into two parts. The first part discusses the following. The first is clean out, which is about the standards of clean out and clean out fittings, definition, location, and clean out installations. The second is the threaded type fittings, standards, and how to make threaded pipes. The third is the backwater valves, its definition, standards, and applications. The fourth is about valves and fittings, while the fifth is about the zinc alloy components. The second part of the report is about the Table 14-3, the reference specification for plumbing materials, and Table 14-4, plumbing material standards. The Table 14-3 discusses about the different national and international standardization standardization bodies, while the Table 14-4 summarizes the different plumbing materials and their different standards. Though this report does not discuss specific standards and it only mentions what are the minimum reference specifications needed. What is a cleanout? Cleanout is a receptacle of a plumbing system strategically located and accessible on floors, walls, or ceiling to clean a part of the plugged pipe or check any pipeline troubles. It lets the users access the sewer line without destroying the floor or wall where the plugged pipe is embedded. Here is, here is an example of an installed cleanout in a plumbing system. According to this code, section 706, each horizontal drainage pipe shall be provided with a clean out at its upper terminal and each run of piping which is more than 15 meters in total developed length shall be provided with a clean out and at every 15-meter length or a fraction thereof. Basically, when a drain pipe needs to turn 90 degrees, it needs clean out because this 90-degree turn will sometimes clog the drain pipe due to hair, sand, grease, or any solid. Vent pipes do not need cleanouts. An example of cleaning tool for drain pipe is flexible flat spring steel coil drain cleaner. Section 1407 Clean Out Fittings. 1407.1 Each clean out fitting for cast iron soil pipe shall consist of a cast iron or brass body and an approved screwed brass plug. Each clean out for galvanized wrought iron, galvanized steel, copper or brass pipe shall consist of a brass plug as specified in Table 14-4 or a standard weight brass cap or an approved ABS or PVC plastic coupling and plug. Plugs shall have raised square heads or approved countersunk rectangular slot when cleanout is installed along travelways. 1407.2 Each cleanout fitting and each cleanout plug or cap shall be of an approved type. Materials used for cleanout shall conform to approved standards acceptable to the administrative authority. 1407.3 Cleanouts shall be designed to be gas and watertight without the use of any gasket, packing, or washer. Section 1408 Threaded Type Fittings. 1408.1 Screwed fittings shall be ABS, cast iron, copper, copper alloy, malleable iron, PVC, steel, or other approved materials. Thread shall be tacked out of solid metal or factory molded for solid ABS or PVC thread. 1408.2 Drainage fittings shall be screw jointed of the drainage type having smooth interior waterway and be installed so as to allow 2% slope or 20.9 millimeters per meter grade.
We're here in the shop, and Robert is working with some 3/4 inch galvanized pipe. He's making a clothes hanging feature for his cabin. I'll show you more about that later. We've cut this pipe to length, and when you buy a full length, you get threaded ends on both ends. But of course we've cut it, so now there's not a threaded end there, and we need a threaded end, and we're going to make that thread using this die. This is a hand tool that cuts threads in pipe. We have one size for 3/4 inch pipe and another die for 1 inch pipe, and that's what we're going to show you here. So we start by threading the die onto the end of the unthreaded pipe. The teeth that you see inside just kind of the teeth start to cut their own threads in the pipe, and that's what we're going to begin with now. So just put it on there, Robert. To get
You're putting some weight on it there?
Yeah.
Okay.
To get it started, he's using his left hand to put some side pressure on while he's working that die. Has it got a bite there, Rob?
It's starting to.
Yeah, the pipe's starting to turn now.
So I guess that means it's time for the pipe wrench.
So what we have to do, because we don't have an official pipe threading machine or a pipe vise, we just put it in this regular Super Jaws type thing, and then we put a pipe wrench on it, and I'm going to be holding onto this pipe wrench, resisting the turning force that Robert's putting on. Now, before he gets going too far, he's going to oil this. It's biting now, and you know these cutters do a lot of work, so they need to be lubricated. This is special cutting oil. It's got sulfur in it, which lubricates the cut as it's happening. So there you go. Can you just stop for a second there, Roy? So, if you look in here, you'll see that there's some curls of metal. There's lots of them here on the ground too. That's the die cutting the threads, and we're almost as far as we need to go. The pipe should come to the edge of the teeth that are cutting the threads here, and then it's long enough. So. Why don't you give it another shot of oil, Robert, and then we'll just finish that up. Are we far enough?
Just about far enough, yeah.
Okay. You
So
going to give it another shot, or is it done?
Yeah, I think it's done.
Okay.
So I'm going to reverse the direction of cutting here, just to cut the loose curls of metal off at the base of where the threads start. And I've done that now, so I'm going to give it a little push. And now the curls are cut off.
So just
Now I can just untwist it by hand to take the tool off.
and there you go. threads ready to install in an elbow, which is part of this clothes hanging rack system that we'll show you later.
Backwater valve. A backwater valve is a backflow prevention device used to prevent outbound water through a dwelling's drain pipes from re-entering or backflowing into a building. The valve contains a flap that allows water to exit the building, but closes to prevent the backflow into building. The difference between backwater valves and backflow preventers. First, a backwater valve prevents raw sewage from backing up into your home through your toilets, showers, etc. Second, a backflow preventer deals with protecting a potable water source from being contaminated by a reverse flow of foul water. Example, isolating your toilet's flush cistern and water supply from the toilet bowl water itself. Section 1409 Backwater Valve. Such valves shall remain sufficiently open during periods of low flows to avoid screening of solids and fibrous materials and shall not restrict capacities or cause excessive turbulence during peak loads. Unless otherwise listed, valve access covers shall be the bolted type with gasket, and each valve shall bear the manufacturer's name or logo cast into the body and over the cover. Valves and fittings. Section 1410. Valves and fittings. 1410.1. Gate valves, when used in drainage work, shall be the full-way type with working parts of corrosion-resistant metal. Sizes 102 mm or larger in diameter shall have cast iron bodies, and sizes less than 102 mm shall have cast brass or bronze bodies. 1410.2. Valves up to and including 51 mm in size shall be all brass or bronze metal. Zinc alloy components. Section 1411. Zinc alloy components shall meet the applicable nationally recognized standards and shall be used in accordance with their listing.